and welcome along and welcome back to Purbeck Valley. As I mentioned over the past couple of videos, today we're going to be cracking on with making a whole load of hay off our fields. As a result, we're heading down to field 68 here. We've got the front mounted mower on the front, and we've got the new tedder that we bought on the back. It should be the same width as our actual mower, so it should work fairly well for us there. We're going to turn everything on, drop everything down, and get into this. And with any luck, our mower and our tedder should be roughly the same size now. So whereas the previous tedder was not actually tedding everything the mower did, and well, it was tedding everything the mower did, but was giving a really wide drop in it. This one is much closer to the side of the mower, the size of the mower, and should keep everything fairly tight, I think, in doing this. So we don't want to get too close to the edge here because we know that we have an issue with the field not being ours. But yeah, this should be a pretty good setup here. I could possibly have used the Vulture on this, and it almost looks like this whole thing is rowing it up as it goes as well. That would be brilliant. I mean, if this is a windrower as well as a tedder, that's fantastic. I don't know if that's the case. No, it seems to be doing just something funny. So we will have the windrower on the front of this tractor when we come to bale, and that should allow us to bale fairly quickly. We have got a little bit of rain on the way as well. It is not a huge amount. It is literally an hour's worth of rain that we're expecting. So what we're going to do is we're going to get around here. We're going to cut this, and we're probably going to do about 4 headlands. We'll go and cut our other field, and then we'll head round and do the other side. Interestingly, our yield on this side of the field seems to be a bit lower, and I don't have a reason for the drop of the yield on this side when the yield on the other side seems absolutely fine. There's definitely some strange stuff going on with our setup here, because our header seems to be grabbing the grass from beside it and rowing it up. For me, that's not a huge problem because we need to get this rowed up, but I don't know whether it's the tedder causing this issue or the mower. The mower definitely seems to be collecting up grass as well, but it's just a really odd thing that's happening with all of the grass on here, especially sort of down the far end and along that back straight. So not 100% sure as to exactly what's going on here. I think we might end up finding out sooner rather than later. Either way, we're getting a nice wide initial cut here, and that means that we'll have enough space to turn around shortly. And yeah, look at this. It's not grabbing it from there, but it is definitely rowing it up on the left-hand side. Not sure what is the cause of that at all, but it's going to make it easier for us to get this all baled up later. Final bit of headland, and this all getting loaded up on the left-hand side is causing me a bit of an issue because I can't easily see exactly where there's grass and where there isn't. And with this seemingly churning it through the front mower, that is a bit of a problem. Let's see what this does though as we come back up. And yeah, it is pulling it away from the right hand side fairly nicely going up here. And if I return around the other way, we'll be able to see. But you can see there the grass that I've missed because it's got stuck underneath the actual bit that we've been tedding. Gonna have to keep a much closer eye on this, and my overlap is gonna have to be a little bit more. I just hope that I'm not losing any of the hay because it seems to be going through the mower for a second time. This has definitely not worked how I expected it to. I expected it to spread this out. Instead, it's worked like a bad windrower, and we've still got to take the windrower over these with the baler in order to get these rows all collected up. But it's just, yeah, it just looks like it's tried to windrow it and missed bits, which is actually incredibly annoying, because if it just windrowed it, it would have saved me having to put the merger on the front. Instead, we still got to put the merger on the front, and I don't know if it makes that job any easier at all. It certainly makes this job here harder, because we're not able to see exactly where we're cutting, especially on the opposite direction rows to the one we're doing here, where we've got all of this grass, all of this hay peeking out of the grass. And I was hoping it was just going to spread it straight behind, but instead it's favoring the left-hand side and causing it to load up like that and hide grass. So yeah, not the greatest. I've managed to work out exactly how much it's hiding. We also seem to have a drop in the actual yield on here, which is a little bit concerning. I'm wondering if we needed to lime these fields or something along those lines. Maybe we had a bit of an issue with that, because certainly something is off at the moment. Before we cut this last little bit, let's just have a look. What is actually the problem on here? Oh yeah, look at that. The pH value on this field is not good. And while on this side of the field, oh no, we got pH value okay, which has kept the yield up. But on the loam, the pH value has dropped too much. So yeah, we need to get some lime spread on these grass fields because it is causing us to have a drop in our yield, especially on the loamy side of the field. One last little section to do on this field, and then we are all done. But yeah, it is weird how it's kind of windrowed this. Definitely not worked as I'd expected this tether to. At least I know the reason for our drop in yield on here, so we're not going to get quite as many bales. Normally, I would like to get three. Well, we get 3 full cuts, but I like to get more silage bales. But depending on how many hay bales we get off here, we may have to do a second hay cut later in the year. But now on to our second field. We'll get ourselves into a good position. So unfold everything. Start it all up. Right, drop it down. And away we go. The first things first, with how this is working, clockwise is the way to use this tether. It's creating a much more sensible spread as we go around the field, and I'm very happy with that. If we keep the bit that we need to keep out on the left hand side, so the left hand side of this makes things much easier. Means that we get a much better spread, makes things much more uniform. That will make things easier when we come to actually collecting this up later. And the other advantage is, as we're going around the corner, it's kicking out the grass on where we've already mowed, or the hay on where we've already mowed, and not where we're looking to mow. And so as a result, we're actually missing a lot less as we go around these corners. That is really good. And we are coming up to our 4th headland, so we will be ready to cut into the field after that, although we have a little bit of a big bulge at the bottom there, and I think we have the same problem on a couple of other bits on the field, but shouldn't be too difficult to clean up, and we'll have a nice second field cut very quickly. back in the main body of the field, and we got the same issue as we had on the other one. We're going up and down, and as a result, we're ending up with these slightly odd rows coming through here. We're trying to keep an eye on what we've got and where we're working, but well, it's a little bit of a weird one. I need to make sure that I have got this overlap, that I am cutting a little bit of what we've already tethered, because otherwise we do actually miss grass, and we've got a few tufts just kicking around on the field. So when we did the silage bales at the end of last year, we discovered that they had, well, we ended up with 24 and a bit bales. I'm not expecting quite such a high yield on here. We are a little bit deficient in the lime, in the pH, and we'll need to sort that before the next time we cut this grass. But it does mean that we're probably going to be down a little bit. How much we're down, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, that is these two fields cut, and we'll go and get the front merger and the baler and start collecting them up into bales. Switched over to the front merger and the baler. Let's unfold both of those then, and as always we come in at the little bit that we have out, down with the front merger. Hopefully the baler follows close enough behind that it's able to then get everything the merger has. A little bit of a wider pickup on the baler would be nice. All in all, though, that's fairly good. 25% to start, and next to nothing around this end. If we can row up everything on the end, even if we don't get it picked up by the baler immediately, we can come round later and just clear things up, which is the plan. I'm going to go around a couple of times because I think that will do the headlands. And then we can cut into the main body of the field. And I think I'm just going to try and run down the ready-made rows we've got in the field and see if that sets things up nicely for us with this. Going fairly smoothly so far. We've got 3 bales out of here. There's one hiding at the top corner. And that's not too bad for a start. We're looking to get... well, we had, I think we had 2 full stackers off this, so we're looking to get at least 16 bales off here. Oh, we need to back this right up and very quickly, otherwise we're going to drop a bale in the wrong place. That's got it. Yeah, have to be very careful with some of this, otherwise we end up causing ourselves a bigger problem down the line. All in all, though, this is working so far. Although, as I said, I'm still not sure how much our yield on here has been hit. This is making some pretty big windrows on here. And we are already up to 6, 7 bales, I think. I think getting up to 16 might be tough. But I don't know. It might happen. I think if we get 2 off this row, then there's a definite possibility. But even then, you can see here, we're not going to hit 2 off here easily. We have got up to 73% though. So yeah, it's an interesting setup at the moment as to whether we're going to get anywhere near as many as we did before. A little bit of a toss-up at the moment, I think. We're just coming up to 12 bales as the rain has started to fall on here. It's not a huge problem with the tent. This is due to be a short shower. It shouldn't last too long. Looking at this, we're expecting sunshine at 2 o'clock. and it's currently 1:45. So yeah, this is going to be a short shower. Shouldn't hold us up too much. I'm expecting it to stop pretty much as soon as it started here. Okay, let's lift that because I don't want to pick up stuff a little bit randomly. Looks like we might get 13 bales off here. I was hoping to get 14, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be. I do like the pickup on this. The pickup on this is great. But yeah, that is 13 bales off this field. We will go and pick up the little bits of hay that are kicking about. Who knows, we might get a 14th bale off. There's quite a lot in this row, actually. This row in its own is going to take us up to 90%, 92%. Wow. I did not expect there to be that much grass, that much hay there. We should hit 100% on another bale then. And a little bit more, actually. Just trying to get my turns as shallow as possible. We are at 99%, 100%. There we go. Back that up a little bit. And yeah, we're going to take a little bit more over. But that's 14 bales. So that's a trailer and a half. That's really good. We want to get... In fact, no, that's a trailer and 3/4. So that's a little bit better. So if we can get that, well, I think we need to get just over a trailer. So if we get 12 bales off the other field, we'll be doing really, really well. There's a few little bits left in that other field. If we get so close to a completed bale that they'll make a difference, then we'll go and grab them. However, I think they're not going to. We'll move over to the second field, and I kind of expected the rain to have gone by now, but not to be. So we'll plow on and see how many we have on this field. If we're lucky, as I said, we'll get 12 bales off here, and that will be 3 full trailers. Actually, 10 bales off here would be 3 full trailers. Well, the rain decided to persist longer than I expected, but it's beginning to clear now, and we've just finished the headlands on here. In fact, I've got a little bit to do down the side here, but otherwise, yeah, headlands are all done, and we're already up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bales, so we're halfway there already. For where we want to be on this field. Very, very pleased about that. If I could just reverse this mower or this baler without going into the gates, that would be great. And yeah, there's bale number 6. I'm actually surprised with how many bales we're looking at getting off this field. So that's great. We may not be down as many bales as I thought we might be. We are 20% away from getting the 10th bale. Just need to get a few little bits. And yeah, the bits on the other field might actually now become important. I think because we are at 89%. There's some stuff up the top of the field here. Oh, there's some stuff down the bottom of the field here. In fact, let's stop the front and fold it up so that it's out of the way. And then we'll switch back to the back, drop that down, and see if we can pick these up with a little bit more maneuverability. Apparently not, by the looks of things. I need to get round here, get these last little bits, and we'll see if these get us up to the magical 100%. It's not gonna be far off, whatever we end up with. We are maddeningly close. Don't think there's anything left on this field here. So yeah, let's go and get these little bits sitting in the other field. And if we can get this bale complete, that is 24 bales, we will have lost surprisingly little. It'll be about half a bale in total that we'll have lost on these, well, from not having quite the right pH. And that is up to 95%. Oh, that's a fairly large pile over here. I say fairly large. It's going to take us up to 96%. I think I've got all of the hay that's kicking around this field. There is a couple of really small bits like down here. And that takes us, yeah, we are not going to get much higher than 96%. It is so close though. 97%. I think I can live with this. So let's unload that, because that is our incomplete bale. And I'm not too worried. That will mix in quite nicely with the other stuff. So I'm going to take these back up to the yard. We'll go grab the Vulture and we can collect all these up. So pop down and grab our bale collector. Now, one thing that I should note is that we've had some new arrivals on the farm. We've got more cows. We've actually had a load of our cows recently give birth. And so we've got more cows than ever in here. Our herd has increased by 30, I believe. Oh, no, not 0 months, by 10. So we've got 10 new calves on the farm. They have come from this set down here. We only had 10 born, and I think that is because we are at capacity here in the shed. So we might need to put in a second cow shed if we're going to continue to expand the herd. The alternative, actually I'm in the wrong place. The alternative is going to be to sell some of the older cows. Let's have a look in here. So yeah, we've got 100 out of 100 animals in here. So we'll have to build a new cow shed or sell some of our older cows. I think our oldest cows are 49 months. Oh, yeah, actually, the price is beginning to drop on our oldest cows as well. So I think we need to sell them off and make way for some new cows on the farm. It drop our milk production for a little while. But at the moment, we're doing pretty well on the milk production, so I'm not too worried about that. So there are 9 bales on this field. We'll have an extra one to come and pick up in a bit. And I'm not going to put these away today. We will have to go and put these away next. Well, we might put them away next time, or I might do it off camera, depending on how much we have to do in June. Alternatively, we might just go straight forward to the harvest. In fact, no, what I will probably do next month is actually get these fields limed, and then we'll go and get we'll get them limed and weeded, ready for the next round of work. We might do that second day of May, in fact, just to do it before the grass grows again, and then skip June entirely. That will actually give us a chance as well to stack all of these bales away and to also get the cows fed. Maybe sell off some of our older cows as well. So yeah, plenty that we can do on the farm on a second day of May, and skipping June then is probably a good idea after that. Bringing in the second load, and there are just 8 bales left on the field. I'm pleased. I tend to be pleased a lot by stuff going on the farm recently, but I'm very pleased by how this has gone. Yeah, that stack there is too high to go into that shed. So I am right to come and back these up and create stacks over here. Should be able to get these stacks fairly easily, to be honest, with our telehandler. Be much easier doing these than it was with the Steyr. So bring this right up to them, drop them off and forwards. Yeah, it should be much easier to deal with these with the telehandler than it was with the front loader. And there we go, just under 24 bales. I'm looking back at this field now and there's a couple of rows of grass. I think if we'd actually managed to have properly cut everything, then maybe we would actually have had a full final bale. As it is, I'm not too concerned about it. That slight drop in that final bale isn't going to harm us that much. And we have had a decent day haymaking, which has been brilliant. However, that is where we're going to leave it for today. So I am going to get these stacked and put away. And all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.